Simon Mason, first team goalkeeper.
In terms of Guildford's season, how's that gone so far?
It's gone probably as well as we could have expected with the squad that we've got. We suffer a little bit here from the number of really good clubs that are in the area, and consequently all the best players are spread out. Surbiton is obviously a draw just down the road, and so we're looking to strengthen and build the squad every season. But it is a struggle, and it means that when you're up against the likes of the Bath and Exeter University when they were in our league, they've got a great pool of players to draw from, and it makes it really tough to overhaul them at the top of any division. So we're pretty satisfied with where we are.
And in terms of the goal for this season, like you said, you're not far off the playoffs. Is that the aim, to get into the playoffs and hopefully look for a promotion spot?
Absolutely. Even though there's a realism about where we are with our squad, the coach Ian Jennings, myself and a couple of other sort of slightly older players still have a firm desire and competitive edge to us, that what means we want to finish as high as we possibly can, and if that means we get to the playoffs, great. If that means then we sort of got to the heady heights of the Premier League, then that would be fantastic, although that would present its own challenges.
And obviously you just alluded to the relationship yourself, Ian and Jennings, a lot of experience between the two of you there. Does that kind of give quite a dynamic to the element to the team there? You've got youth experience.
I think it creates a really positive environment. I mean, Ian's played all of this season because of the numbers that we've had, and age 50 as he is now has been a revelation on a pitch. It's been fantastic to add him into the mix of that youth that we've got. We've got some really good legs and we've got some really good excited players, but they just need a little bit of leadership and guidance both when he's off the pitch and when he's on the pitch, and playing has really made a positive difference to us this year. And me at the back, I just kind of stand there and shout a lot and hope somebody listens at some point.
And your shouting skills, would you be kind of quite happy to get those back in the National League again?
Problem now is that life is very busy at the moment. Obviously, looking in the lead up to the Olympic Games, I'm involved with the administration on a number of different levels, and that in itself creates some time challenges. I love being involved. I love playing. I don't actually think that I'm good enough to play at that level anymore. I'm probably just about settled where I am. But if we got back up there and for a season we needed to try and stay up in order to draw some more players in for the good of the club, I'd probably give it a go, although the risk of being embarrassed by the likes of Ashley Jackson and Richard Mantell on corners and in open play weighs a little heavily on my mind.
Surely the competitive nature that must still be in you, if there's a trip to Sonning Lane and the chance to face your old team again, you'd take that, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, every week, stupidly, that fine line between stupidity and bravery would get crossed on many occasions.
And you just said there, obviously, you know, when you're not wearing your helmet for Guildford, the other hat you wear as President of England Hockey, the build-up to the Olympics is really sort of ramping up now in intensity. What's that mean for you in terms of your workload and your role at England Hockey?
The workload for everybody at England Hockey and on the GB sort of side of things as well just gets bigger and bigger day by day. We're fortunate enough to be hosting the most fantastic sporting event on the planet at any time, and it's going to be just down the road, and for hockey that's going to be incredible, awesome, exciting, any word that you choose to add, and it means that the hockey community has got really behind it, so there's a lot of interest, but that in itself generates a whole new series of meetings about initiatives and people wanting to get involved in the sport, and a lot more commercial interest. So yes, it gets busier and busier, but hopefully it'll generate some massive rewards for our game.
And without wanting to jump the gun, the women seem to be peaking at a really great time in terms of their Champions Trophy finish, and would you like to sort of predict any kind of medal opportunities for either the men or the women there, or do you not want to kind of take a bite out of that cherry just yet?
I've said it before, I think that at this moment in time, the women, as you've said, are playing right at the top of their game now. Can they sustain it for another sort of 3, 4, 5, 6 months? We shall see. Form is only relevant on the opening match of that competition in July. Both teams have got world-class players, which is a first. Both teams are the highest ranking that they've ever been, at 4th, and therefore we have the best opportunity as Great Britain to get medals in that competition. The target has always been to make the semi-finals, because then the world-class players can shine, and that single 70-minute period can mean that one game and you're in the final, and then who knows. So the athletes are pretty grounded. They're looking forward to that whole process, but recognising it's a long way to go yet. So predicting who will be better at the men's and the women's is impossible. It just depends on what happens once we get into July and August.
Excellent. Cheers for your time, Simon. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.